Hey, how's it going? Today we're going to be looking again at a Sake Hardpoint. We've already reviewed this guy before on Sake Hardpoint, and he's just looking for more assistance. He's updated some classes, he's updated the way he's played a bit, so he just kind of wants me to take a look again just to see, you know, what can we change again. So we're going to take a look. There will be comms during this game, so I'll be pausing more often, and we will be critiquing the comms a bit, but I won't go too far in depth into those just because it could have been casual. Probably not calming at 100%, so I don't want to assume that in the gameplay. But let's get into this.
Oh,
Outcomes influence promotion prospects.
Bro, I just got stuck by a
Captured the
grenade,
hardpoint.
bro.
fuck.
Like, yo.
Hardpoint contested.
All right,
We control the
This
hardpoint.
shit خدو.
nice, easy two-piece. Okay, not terrible.
Advantage is ours. Hold it.
We did move up a bit when I don't think we needed to. I'm gonna go back here just to show you. So what happens is your two teammates die. We're gonna see this. So you're immediately in a 2v4, Looking at the minimap, we can see we have our two teammates here. At this point, we're just playing, waiting for our teammates to come back up. The likelihood that we're going to, get a four piece, get a three piece, or, we're both going to get two pieces to take over this game is unlikely. So we always want to be playing first just for the checkout. Usually, when a team drops two players like this, there's going to be at least one that overextends, and that is what's going to happen. We're going to recognize it. He's like, this guy shouldn't. He doesn't need to be here. His team has full control. What he's doing is he's trying to just clean up the kills because he thinks he has the ability to do that without consequences because his team already has control. So we're going to recognize this, and we're going to get this kill. We're going to peek, and we get the second. The next thing to do, now that this is a 2v2 and we're going to have the spawn advantage, our teammates are coming up quicker than theirs. At the moment, it's about playing life. Now we're looking at holding this head glitch behind you just so we can continue to crossfire with them and just have that so when our teammates come back, then we can reach out this hill.
We control the hardpoint.
This shit خدو.
So we're gonna slide in here, or actually we're gonna dive in. This isn't a terrible thing. I don't love diving, and I know it'll be different for every player. Specifically for me, I'm one of the weird ones. I actually don't run. I run slide only. I don't dive at all. And I'm gonna show you just kind of what I would do. So let me pull this up. So this is me in game. If I were to play this a bit differently, pretend that I have an AR. So we get the kill here, we peek, we get the kill here. Then we're probably backing up and we're just teetering here. We're just trying to poke some damage. There won't be any audio, just so when we're watching your game, any background music or anything won't be playing. But this is all we're doing. When we go into the hill, instead of diving, look how much better this is if we slide. When we dive, we're almost like jumping into it, and we're giving them a lot more control over the play. Because once they see us dive, they're gonna recognize that we're kind of stuck. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna dive forward, and now they know you're lying down here. You're a stationary thing. But when you slide in, it's a lot easier to decide at any moment, okay, I'm not gonna fully lie down. So that's just something to consider when you're doing these plays. And I also think, like, with the AR, playing this position is a lot harder than if you had a sub. So I almost, like, again, I would have preferred if you just held here and waited for your teammates, because you have a guy here as well. So, he's getting these angles, and you're getting these and this. So I love to play back here with an AR and just wait for them to overchow you. For a lot of P1s, you're not really playing to get more time off of it usually, especially the your first and second P1s. What I love to do instead is you're just playing so they're not getting the hill. Because once you get those 2 kills here, you get the first kill here, second kill here, the hill's white, and that is completely fine. Uh, what you want to be doing, especially in that situation, you were 2v4, you know, just play so they're not getting the time. If your team gets in the hill, gets the time, that's just bonus. What you're really playing for is just to make sure they don't have control. So let's bring everything back up. I end up getting the third here, and that's fine. Now our team should hopefully push up.
2 more.
It looks like, yeah. So
One more?
in the end, it's going to go down to the 1v1. He's going to lose this. That's going to be fine. So when we spawn up here, we're going to have our teammate pushing through here, our teammate pushing through the back. There's 25 left. I don't mind you pushing the hill here. If I'm pushing it, I'm likely doing what he's doing, and I'm pushing stairs. Just because he's already pushing the back. I don't mind you pushing the back with him as well. Both options are fine. 25 left on P1 is it's one of those times where it's like, okay, you could play it and you could also decide to rotate. It's really just comes down to what your team prefers to do and, playing off of what your teammates are doing. So we're going to chow stairs here. Nice little 2-piece. Just keeping the hill white. We're going to check to see if anyone's rotating through. At this is the time where I think it's fine to give it up. 11 seconds, keep it white. Maybe do like to be honest, what I would probably do is just toss a nade onto the hill and then run. Just make it so they're unlikely to step foot on it for the next 3 seconds, and then it's like if you give them the last 7, you give them the last 7.
Full buy guaranteed.
Hardpoint located.
Oh, they're already rotating.
It's not terrible. You get the first kill, you see the second guy. I think one thing is I remember you used to run a 60-round mag, so that's probably just your old muscle memory kicking in there. You thought you had more ammo than you did. A little bit of time, you're gonna recognize how like it'll become second nature. Just to track your 30 bullets. But I assume that's just what it was. Like you're used to the old mag, and you're just getting used to the new meta setup, and that's completely fine. That's gonna happen during the transition period.
Fuck, bro.
It's just
Fuck me, man.
it just
Come on
is
right
what
now.
it is.
God damn it.
So our entire team dies on rotation.
They're rotated.
Hardpoint is active. Hostile
Oh,
personnel
I was
have
here.
captured the
I just got
hardpoint.
fried though.
Oh, I just got what?
Yeah, so we
Only
just
one
get
on, I
pinched
think. Only
from
one
the
there.
front there. It's not something we're really gonna assume happens a lot of times. So now our team's pushing from the front again.
Hardpoint.
We get one.
Get one.
So lay on the box, nigga. Get that nigga, bro. What the going?
Okay, not a terrible push. There is one thing I do want to mention here. It's when you initially chow this hill. I understand your teammates are on it, but you're pointing here, and you don't really look over much. I'm going to show you just what it can look like how it can look different. So let's go over to P2. So, you always got to think about centering. So, when you're pushing this, you're going to have 3 different angles. You're going to have this one, and then anything over here. So, generally, when I'm moving up, I'm going to be looking more towards this area. If this guy peeks me, I can use this box as cover. So, it's just these 2. So, I'm usually going to be looking over here. And when I go to chow the hill, I'm going to peek here. And when I slide in, you have to give this the full attention. Even if your teammates are here, you might be in the position to clean up a kill. Especially with an AR, you have the opportunity to hold this and hold the back for a second. You can slide in, get this kind of angle here. You're going to be holding this. you're gonna slide into the back here. The only thing is you just don't really give a full look here. If there's anyone watching this from the back or from this, like, if this guy's sitting here, you're dead. If this guy's sitting here, you're dead. Luckily, the guy pushing that is here isn't ready for the gunfight. He's running into the hill trying to contest it as well. So I don't want to say you get lucky, but that's just what happens. If he's holding that and you run in, you're dead. So it's just like watching and making sure you're checking these corners and that, and then pushing back. It's just giving the attention to everything that needs attention, like anything where you think they might be, even if your teammates are in that position. So let's go back to the game.
That one's
Bro, land on the box, nigga. Get that nigga, bro. Without going.
At this point, you're one shot, you're chowing the back. It's not the best situation. You also don't have an SMG here. That's something where it's like, any of these gunfights are going to be closer range. They're going to be ripping someone off a head glitch, close range. You're probably going to want to sub in this position. I don't mind you just holding the hill. In the end, you get stuck.
Two back, one side,
That's a
one back,
death.
one side, one
It's
back.
just going to happen sometimes.
Alright, bro, hold. Don't
So
get
we get a
spawns,
lucky
don't get
spawn.
spawns, Don't get spawns. Oh my god.
Our teammates saying, don't get spawns. One thing I'm just going to mention, like, getting spawns at 20 seconds isn't the worst thing. The main thing, like, you should be looking at is, like, you're going to be going up by 40 with these spawns. So you're going to be at 40 to 33 if you get all of this time. It's not the worst thing. I think the main thing is just, like, you've now taken them, give them away. So every person should be pushing
Y'all
up.
got fucking spawn.
Hardpoint contested.
right. They're gonna flip it though.
No,
They're gonna flip it.
rotate. Come
Yeah,
on.
I'm rotating,
come on.
rotating.
I'm only one here.
Yeah.
Identified.
So you're going to give up 7 seconds of white. I don't think you need to do it. I think your teammates, they want the 4 push. They want it. It's like, in my opinion, leaving one guy just to collect that 7 seconds adds up over time. This is a big map. It's a big map in which you can get full holds on a lot of these hills. Leaving this time every single time, that could be 40, 60 points by the end of the game that you're giving up if you give away that time each time. Main thing is having the 3 people push forward and recognize the fact that they're going to be in a 3v4 for a second. It's not the worst thing to give up the 7 seconds. I just think, like, generally
Come on, bro.
you can
Oh,
always do
fuck.
it. Like in
Window,
just
window.
keeping that time.
Number one is on the right
P-
side.
P5
when
window.
Y'all go in there.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint contested.
So our teammate gets 3 on the hill here.
We have the lead.
At this point,
Maintain correct
yes.
posture.
I love this. You know exactly where you need to be right now. I want to make sure I'm praising you when you're doing great things. You're maintaining this entire area and just making sure that, they're not spawning up anywhere close. So what you're doing is you're pushing them towards that P5 spawn, which is excellent. Your teammates are all set up for it. We're about to see if you get this kill or not, but I love that you're recognizing that it's like, this is space that needs to be taken up. And that's going to happen sometimes, yeah.
Contesting hardpoint.
But we're still spawning up close. That's what's important.
Going in there front.
Side
Yeah.
door,
Again, all 3 of your teammates push towards hill. You are the one who recognized to hold back. This is not going to be glamorous. It's not going to show on the scoreboard. But you're the one doing this correctly right now. You are keeping the spawns for your teammates and allowing them to continuously reach out as a hill. So there's going to be games and times in which, like, when you're playing these positions a lot, you're going to be towards the bottom of the scoreboard. That doesn't mean you're playing incorrectly.
bullet.
Front bullet. It's
They have spawns. That's one down.
Oh,
Nice.
damn.
Hostile
Just
personnel
go
have
new,
captured the hard
if he
point.
die. Go new.
Wow.
So this is just a bit with a bit of movement. I think a bit of panicking as well. So we're gonna pull up the game again. I'm just gonna show a bit easier. Obviously, you have an AR. I'm just holding this up here. So you want to chow this, and you know he's in around this position. We see him on the mini map. He's around here. And what's going to happen is you're going to slide in, and then once you're both close, you just start hip firing. That's where it's like you want to get used to, and you're going to see me do this, pre-aiming in and out all the time. And even when you're with the AR, you don't want to slide into these close gunfights. Something that's a bit underrated is contesting the hill in a weird way. So, like, if you just, like, come in and sit right here and just don't give him this gunfight here, make him jump out and just chow you here. Or if you're with the AR, doing something like this, just give yourself a wide berth in which, yes, he's going to have the position here in which he gets to initiate when he fights you, but you're going to be in the position with the AR in which you're just going to be looking over. So just doing something like this, or if you're just going to slide in, the other option is just sliding in and then playing with your knife here. That's very risky. I've seen some people are really good at it when they get used to it. But one thing you're just going to want to get used to is just doing this little aim thing. Just because what happens is, like, you miss your shot here, like where you're aiming, and then obviously because you're so close, pulling towards the side to get it takes too long. So you start to hip fire. Doing this allows you to readjust. So you'll see me a lot, like when I'm playing, it's like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, just constantly ready. If there is a fight, I'm gonna have that aim in. So that's the kind of thing you're gonna want to do. Just so you're a bit more ready for these fights, and then when you have to readjust, so you're shooting someone, it's like you're just a bit more used to the fact of, like, okay, just aimed in wrong, readjust. It's like you can do it that quickly.
Control
I'm
the
already
hard
know
point.
we have spawns.
Yeah, we got
One
a
shot,
good
one shot,
one shot. He's low.
Hostiles have the hard point.
That's on P4.
You got me, Dojo.
Hard point is active. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point.
He's behind the front wall.
Contesting hard point.
Right, window rock.
Yeah, there's two.
Aye. Rocks. Going through dojo. One's in dojo.
Yeah, in this case, I think your team just got a bit overwhelmed, and I don't know if you really had an idea of how to challenge this. One thing I'm seeing as well, you do have the trophy. If I'm looking here on
Hostile personnel have captured the hard
when
point.
to play trophy, I usually say if you can throw a trophy, it's before the fights have been initiated at all. So if I'm you, I might throw a trophy here, or you don't actually have it yet. You're gonna get it, yeah, right when you slide in hill. So I might throw it here once you have protection. Your teammates are looking over here, your teammates looking over here. It's not a bad time to throw it. You're trying to peek for this.
Window rock.
So you're gonna see one cross here and one here. What you want to do in this setup is position yourself in a way in which one of them has to force the gunfight. Your teammates are all dying, so they're going to chow you. And what I mean by that is you're going to leave yourself exposed to only one of them. And I think you're going to try to do it here, in which block your vision completely from this guy, pre-aim this because he's going to run at you.
Now there's two.
So yeah,
Aye.
so that's where it's like if you just step back and wait for him to chow instead of like it seems like you're trying to fight both of them. Just step back, wait. He's going to chow. The other option is coming to this side of the rock here and chow this guy because he will also try to jump at you at some point and let this guy just be confused on where you are.
Rocks. Going through dojo. One's in dojo.
Shitty ass call out rocks is a shitty ass call.
Black Ops
Sorry.
took the lead. Do not let them keep it.
One's right under dojo. Right under dojo to the left.
Hardpoint
Dead.
is ours. Do not let up.
Yeah, they're going to rocks.
No.
Sorry guys. I'll do better call outs.
I'm putting a trophy down.
I gotta study my call outs. I haven't been
Hardpoint
studying them.
identified. Hardpoint contested.
I'm new.
They're going through. They're gonna come bottom. Better than you.
P2.
We control the hardpoint.
I don't mind this position. I like this trophy.
Good shit, 999.
You're recognizing where your teammates are watching, which is good. You recognize that your teammates are spawning this side. You recognize that you have a teammate watching this inner cut, so they're going to chow it. This head glitch at some point. Is it the most optimal position? Obviously, they're going to have the head glitch. You're not going to have the head glitch. No, but it's exactly what I would do. It's a bit of an off angle that you're prepared for, specifically. When they peek this, they don't know exactly where you are, but you are already pre-aimed onto their head, so you're going to have that advantage. So even though you don't have the head glitch, you're still in the right position, I think.
Fucking demon, bro.
Yeah, bro.
This is where once you see him, he's going to start peeking. That's when you can start peeking towards your inner corner instead. You're also going to recognize you have 4 on the hill. This is going to make spawns a little bit.
Bro, you want me to tell you something crazy? This guy's on Xbox One. He's on the last gen.
I'm on old gen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, you're holding this entire time. 999, he's already got all of this held. No one can push through without him first dying, and you're going to be notified by that, obviously, when he initiates a gunfight. So at the moment, you're kind of just watching nothing. You already have a guy on the hill, so even you being on the hill isn't very important. What I'd like to see you do in this position, we'll pull up the game again. Once your teammate is in this position, you have the AR, so this is going to look weird with the sub, but this is where you could back up. Your teammate's watching that, and if you call him to tell him, like, I think he's in this position, if I remember correctly, to just continue watching that, what you can actually do is set up here, because your teammate's going to be watching lower, your teammate's watching outer. Watch this top window, you're watching if anyone jumps up, and you can help your teammate in this gunfight as well, because you're going to likely have 2 or 3 chow in this area, whether it's, you know, from the street, from bottom door here, or this top window. But in this position, you're in a great spot to just shoot here, get this, and then, you know, if your teammate dies here or needs a call out, you know, that's when you immediately give it up and you hold this. You know, you can slide out here, like this is a great spot. But because your teammates are already on the hill and here, you need to recognize that your position here is no longer needed, and you just got to readjust in some way. Whether it's, you know, watching here, like just peeking, just, you know, just so you can wait to say, okay, one's window. Like, just so your team is aware. You're just playing for info. And, you know, you just want to, like, reset. The other option is completely moving away, which I don't think you have to do. The gunfights are about to happen, and a teammate's going to die. But you could reposition back here as well, just because then what you get in this position is you can usually see the names and the crosses of these people, because they're going to get these spawns. They're going to run in at some point, and you see they're not ever really going to chow this. Like, this is not good. They're not going to realize that you're going to be there. Like, they're not going to understand that. But what they are going to do is they're going to run in at some point. and you're going to get that call out of 1 or 2 pushing from the street, which is very important. Because then if you see 1 or 2 and that's it, like you can also play a close quarter here. I don't love it as much, just because if that top window guy sees you, you're a sitting duck. But here, here are just a bit better of positions with your AR, just because the 2 roles that you were previously serving got taken up, and that's going to happen. It's fine, but you just want to make sure you recognize when you're no longer being useful.
Bro.
I'm on that original Xbox that came out in like 2012 or 14 or something.
Contesting hard point.
Oh, we got pinched.
Hostiles have
We
the
got
hard point.
pinched.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Behind you, behind you.
Hard. I'm going new.
Hard point contested. Hard point located.
Good shit.
All right, we get 3, and we see the last guy.
Yeah, one here.
Going through mid cut, I think. I think one's going through mid cut.
Hard point is
Yeah,
active.
trophy on new.
Hard point locked down.
One's coming that window, the window. That's the elevator.
Yeah. There's
This is where I will critique the callouts, because I don't think you were listening. Now, I understand, not all callouts are going to be the greatest or whatever. Like, you're not going to hear them all. What you should recognize, though, is that P5 was just up, and there's going to be at least 1 or 2 coming from this direction. They could come through that bottom door, but they could easily hop up through this window, and your teammate's going to call it out that someone's coming from this
trophy on
window.
new.
Hard point locked down.
One's coming that window.
So this is when you hear it. One's coming through that window. Immediately, your goal, reposition into here, and you're pre-aiming your back line.
The window.
This is where you need to turn around. He says it twice now. They're coming through the window. You have to turn. You are the guy to do that.
Yeah.
And you get
yeah,
flanked.
bottom, watch the stairs, watch out.
It's just you need to not only be calling out yourself, but you do need to be listening to your teammates when they're calling something out. And sometimes, even with the predictive callouts, they could be wrong. In this case, they weren't.
The hard point.
Only one on, only one on.
Shit.
Hard point locked down.
Yeah, one heady.
Hostile personnel have captured the hard point.
Knew it was gonna come from there, bro.
Hard point contested.
Yeah, one more on.
Yeah, so now we're going to want to be
Swing,
looking
man,
at
take a
rotating, possibly,
I saw
banging out through P1 and then pushing through, but I don't mind this. You just want to think about
Control the
the
hard
next
point.
position.
No
Hard point
way.
identified.
I'm staying,
Yeah,
everybody
just
go.
some bad timing there.
Everybody go, I'm staying.
One front.
Side door. Fuck.
Hard point active. Hostiles have the hard point.
They got one behind, yeah. Thank you.
Contesting hard point.
No
Hard point
way.
locked down.
Yeah, it's
One
a
back,
it's a
one
hard
back.
position.
Behind again.
To the
I-
right.
We'll bring up the game. I want to see specifically on if I would do this at all. I don't love playing like when you have an SMG and you're challenging this, it's very difficult. Like this rock, whether he's on the rock or whether he's back here or whether he's going to be on this truck, it's going to be a very difficult position to fight for with an SMG because you're really just hoping you rip a guy. If I'm going to push it, it's likely going to be from here. I think I'm just a little bit. I get closer without having to initiate the fight. But this entire street here, it's very difficult to get any sense of cover. So the entire time you see it. He gets to initiate exactly when he wants to fight you. and it's just a hard fight. Once you pull out the SMG here, I think probably the play is hoping your teammate, can fight that, or you're closer with him so you can trade it out. But generally, what I would do is I slide in here. I try to peek just to make sure no one's watching this, and I'll just chow the hill. Uh, Specifically with an SMG, you want to think about what fights you're taking, and all of these are close quarters that I can fight. So this is where my pathing probably would have looked. It's not to say this is bad. It's just it's a very difficult fight to rip someone off this heady. Because like when you think if I have an AR here, it's like I can fully just fight this however I want. Like this is a little bit harder because this is a lot closer. SMG, this seems good with an AR. I'm gonna win that 10 out of 10 times.
Of the front big door.
Oh, I killed the kid. Alright.
So we see that guy top window.
Hardpoint contested.
That's a
Should've pushed him
moment
low
where we
up.
probably could have regened a bit before we chowed the window. I understand our teammates pushing, but instead of just being that first guy, we just become the third guy. We just wait a second.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Hardpoint located.
It's,
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint locked
Yeah,
down.
so we push here with 5 seconds left. We probably could have rotated. Either way, once you get those 2 kills, that's where I would have given up, the last 4 seconds and just ran.
they definitely have spawn.
Contesting hardpoint.
Going
I got
peek
killed.
out.
They're in
Hostiles have
spawn.
captured the hardpoint.
Big door.
One right side right now.
Oh, this kid just
Hardpoint
flat marched with the
contested.
banana eyes,
Oh,
dude.
there's 2 in there.
So this again, I think what you need to do a bit is recognize when you have an AR and when you have an SMG and what positions you're able to play. So I'm going to show it here. So what happens is, first with chowing this, it's very difficult to chow with an SMG. So you're going to shoot, nothing's going to come from it. So you're going to just get out of this window. And now you have an option. Do you push towards the left or do you push towards the right? With the sub, I actually think it's better to push towards the right. These are going to be closer gunfights. You have 2 options here. You can chow here or like come back up here, and now you're a lot closer. Or, you take a little bit the longer route and you come up here. I would have liked to see you come over here, hop up, and then either chow this window or chow this window. Just so you're getting those SMG fights. What you end up doing is the AR fight. So this is going to be a very tough fight. He's going to have an AR in the back, but you have the sub, so you're just going to want, like, it's a very difficult position to chow, because not only is he going to have the range advantage, he's going to have the head glitch no matter where you're pushing from in this direction. If you had the AR, let's pull this out. Of course, we spawn on the other side of the map. If you have an AR, this becomes a different story, because then you can peek here. That's where it's like, yeah, I could see an AR ripping between this head glitch. If you get up here, you might be doing something like this. Just, we don't know that this guy's here, so I'm not going to penalize you for that in any way. Like, we don't know this guy's position, and we don't really expect there to be 2 guys holding this all the time. So that's fine. But, like, yeah, when you jump up here, this guy has free range to just beam you. So, like, always consider just the difference between chowing with an AR, because now here with an AR, I would not do this. This is going to be close range fights that is going to be very difficult with an AR. So you just want to get into the positions that make sense for what gun you're using. Which this would make sense, and then you come over towards the car, and then you chow this guy, and now you have full back spawns. With the SMG though, you're just not going to get these angles, and like you're not going to get the challenge that you want.